Hello, my amazing coaches. Listen, it is your vision coach, Latoya Early, here serving and supporting professional female startup coaches as I help you become the expert in your niche while building a six-figure coaching business. So, listen, welcome to Maximize Your Monday. Now, this is a very exclusive training because you are receiving this by way of your email. So if you are receiving this, then kudos to you because this is a special training just for you. I decided to go ahead and send out some special nuggets to those who are a part of my email list. So I appreciate you, number one, for opening your email and taking the time to check out the training that I have for you today. I want to talk about all things niche marketing. You ladies know that I help coaches really establish themselves as the expert in the coaching industry and help you build a six-figure coaching business. What does that look like? First of all, establishing yourself in your niche is going to massively, and I mean explosively, grow your coaching business. I say that because I was the coach who was trying to be all things to all people, showing up, solving all types of problems. While I am super multifaceted in the coaching industry and building business, I had to learn very quickly that I wasn't called to solve every problem for every person. Not only was it exhausting for me, but it was exhausting for my workload. I couldn't get focused. I couldn't show myself. I couldn't establish myself as an expert or a go-to in a particular area. So I decided to niche down. So I went from a service-based or working with service-based entrepreneurs to really focusing in on coaches. Let me tell you why. I remember when God told me that I was a vision coach. It was really hard for me to go out and find the proper training, find the proper support that will support me in being exactly what God called me to be. So I struggled. And so this is one of the reasons why I know for a fact that I've been called to serve and support coaches because you have a very specific assignment. You have an assignment to show up for your ideal client. You have an assignment to solve a specific problem, and you have an assignment to make an impact on the world, not just by helping others go from where they are to where they desire to be, but also helping your family, changing the trajectory of your financial future, learning how to create income so that you can grow and sustain a business and be able to create freedom in your lives. Listen, you focusing in on your niche is going to explode your coaching business. So here's what I want you to do. Go ahead, grab a pen and paper really quickly. Go ahead, pause the video. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Pause here so that you can go and get the pen and paper so that you can write down some quick tips on how to make sure that your niche is clear, is simple, and is specific. Making sure that you know what your niche is. When we talk about your niche, what are we talking about? We're talking about that specific area of focus that you create content and you solve problems in. What is that specific area? Is it mindset? Is it confidence? Is it self-care? Is it business? If you're in any of those areas, and keep in mind, I always tell you, ladies, I am not in the business to give you, the top niches to grow your business in. Because if God didn't call you to those places, I don't want you trying to stuff yourself into a niche that doesn't fit the assignment that God has called you to. So when you're finding your niche, you want to make sure that you are focusing in on that specific area that is going to help you bring results to your ideal client. What is it? What area have you been healed in? What area do you find yourself showing up in consistently in the lives of other people? What are people asking you to help them in? Now, again, I don't want you to be broad. I don't want you to say, well, Latoya, I can help coaches or help people in all areas. No, we need to sit down and discover where should my focus be? What should I be sitting down and focusing in on? How do I fulfill purpose, solve a problem, and grow my business to a multiple six-figure mark doing what I absolutely love? So when you're identifying your niche, what you're going to do is you're going to sit down and you're going to write out 5 of the top areas of your life that you have the most experience. So, whether or not it's relationships, whether or not it's weight loss, whether or not it's confidence, I want you to identify those areas. Now, here's the thing when it comes to this. When you're finding this area, sometimes you have to go back to places that you thought you hid, right? Some places that you thought you swept under the rug, some places that you thought that you were over, right? And so you may have to revisit these areas. I had to go back to that space where I was struggling with rejection. I had to go back to that place where I was struggling with pride. I had to go back to those places so that I can find, okay, Lord, where do you want to use me? How can I show up and fill the void for the women who may not be able to push through like you allowed me to push through, right? It is your responsibility as a coach to look back and say, okay, where have I come from? Where have I grown from? Keep in mind, your experience plays a huge part in you identifying the niche that you're called to serve. Once we've identified the niche, now we're coming up with a title, we're coming up with a power statement, and we're creating niche specific content. Keep in mind, this is how you're able to tremendously grow your visibility when you're creating niche specific content, when you're showing up consistently, you're showing up with valuable information, and you're helping your ideal client realize why they need the solution that you have to solve their problem and create a better life for themselves. So here's why you need to become niche specific in your coaching business. It's going to completely change your money story. It's going to change how you generate money. It's going to change how you look at money, and it's going to change how you grow your business. And it's also going to change your level of confidence and your level of expertise. When you become niche specific in your coaching business, it completely changes how you show up. Now you're showing up with a little bit more courage. Now you're showing up with a whole lot more confidence. So the way that, you're looking at your business and saying, okay, how can I establish myself as the expert so that I can enroll 4-figure clients, so that I can hit the 6-figure mark, so that I can grow my business to the place that I want to grow it? You want to establish yourself as the expert. In your business, I want you to identify how can you serve and support your ideal client so that it solves a problem. What can you help them do? Is it going to make them happy or teach them how to be happy? Let me say that, because you can't make anybody happy. How can you teach them how to be happy? How can you teach them how to save money? How can you teach them how to love themselves, how to implement self-care, how to grow, right? Being niche specific is going to help you grow. It's going to help you become a lot more confident. It's going to help you generate more income in your business, and it's going to establish you as the expert. So just as I've been able to identify reasons why you need to be niche specific in your coaching business, is the same reason why you have to identify results for your client, things that's going to change their life. How is weight loss going to help them? Not just being healthier, it's going to increase their confidence. How is healing from unforgiveness? How is that going to help them? It's going to help their health. It's going to help their confidence. It's going to help their mental state. How is self-care, implementing self-care? How is that going to help them? Listen, be specific. It's okay for you to call out behaviors. If you know that your client is struggling with unforgiveness, self-care, they're struggling with whatever problem you're called to solve, and you know that it's creating a health issue, you know that it's creating a relationship issue, a money issue, a mental issue, a faith issue, call that thing out. Don't think that you have to be you have to be broad because you don't want to offend anybody. You're called to solve a problem. Identify the problem, share what the problem is doing to their lives so that they can see why they need to hire you. When you decide to be niche specific in your coaching business, it eliminates the headache of you trying to figure out how to create content. It eliminates the headache of how you're going to show up in front of your ideal client. It eliminates your money issues because now you're the expert and now you can charge accordingly. There's just so many different things that being niche specific in your coaching business does for your mental and for your message. So listen, I just wanted to share this very quick maximize your Monday tip with you. I'm so glad and I appreciate you. Listen, let me make sure I let you know that I appreciate you for even watching this video all the way through. I thank you for being a part of our community. I thank you for being a part of my email community. I thank you for rocking out and checking out this video. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Chase Great wouldn't be what it is without women like you ready to show up, be the expert, and take your coaching business to the next level. So listen, I'm all done. Have a fantastic Monday and know that I am your vision coach and I am here to serve and support you. And I look forward to seeing you inside of the community. Have a fantabulous Monday and be blessed.